everyone. Hi. Good to see you guys out there. How many of you guys have had problems with your dog that you tried to train them to the nth degree to do this, to do that, not to do that, and still it doesn't work? All right, well, that's where I come in. I'm an animal communicator, and some of you might think, what the heck is an animal communicator? I actually can talk with animals. I can see what they're telling me, I can hear what they're telling me, and so I can get really deep down into the minds of these animals. And so with that, you might be thinking, oh, well, she should be in a tent in a little crystal ball. And no, this is real life stuff. I actually have a background in science. I have a bachelor's in pre-med and then biomechanics in my master's. And so this is something that actually came upon me. So it's something that's very real, and I go by the scientific method, and that's why I'm here, because it actually works. So what I wanted to talk to you about was a little bit about how this works in a way that how you can help connect with your animals, because it's all about connection with animals. So what the animal really needs, because of the way that we are in society, we don't tend to communicate with them very well. It's kind of like we look at our animals as they're dogs. Some of us call our animals we call ourselves pet parents. Some of us don't, and we're still their owners and those kinds of things. But it's a matter of looking at your animal in a different way, showing respect in a way that sometimes the animal is able to have some kind of notification that you are trying to communicate with the animal at a different level than you have been. So it's about spending time with your animal just as if you were a child, because they understand that language so much more than you would actually imagine. It's incredible the recordings I have of what these animals say. I mean, they tell me about what's good for them as far as nutrition, their habits, and different emotional things that they have been through. I actually volunteer at my local animal shelter in Santa Cruz, and I get the real deal of what has happened to these animals. So it's a lot different sometimes than what the paper says. And so it's really, really handy, really, really handy. So what I would recommend is spending the time with your dog and actually making it a point. Spend 5 minutes sitting there and not on your phone and saying, okay, tell me something, or let me tell you how I am feeling, and see how your dog reacts. And then your dog might react. Your dog might say, you might say, hey, I'm feeling kind of sad, and then your dog might come over a little bit and get closer to you because they're there to comfort us. I mean, we have so many times that the animal is with unconditional love that they're not going to judge us if we had a bad day and we made a mistake. They're not going to judge us. That's why we have them around us. So this is something that I'll tell you a little secret. One of my first clients was a professional horse and a professional rider, and I'm talking top world-class winner. I had no idea that he was a world-class winner, and I worked with him. Oh yeah, sure, I'll go try this out. And next thing you know, this horse had the genes, had the training, had everything going for it. The connection with the owner, or with the rider at least, and the sponsors, and blah, 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 blah. And so the horse was never winning. And so they called me in. And the horse, the reason which, if you couldn't communicate with animals, you would never know what the reason was that was stopping this horse from winning. It was separated from its mom in the arena. So that was the block of this horse, which is, who would know that? Who would know that? So after that, I said, this took one time, 45 minutes. Just conversation with this horse. So then what happened, I said, let this horse heal from this trauma for the next 3 months, then he's gonna start winning. 3 months almost to the day, this horse started winning, and now they're winning thousands and thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars just from that. So I'm telling you, with dogs. I have even my person that helps me, she was a client of mine. She didn't know anything about me. I didn't know anything about her. And she actually has a dog that has anxiety issues. And I started working with the dog, and even in the first conversation with the dog, which took a little while, within probably a half an hour, the dog started disclosing that he was actually from a rescue that had rescued him from a fighting ring. He's a pit bull. He was born into the fighting rings. And so you could only imagine what they do. I mean, he was showing me the things about what he was led to do. Like, they would pinch him, they would hit him to make him aggressive, they would do all kinds of different things, and I was able to see that. So yeah, my job can be difficult at times to see these traumas of these animals, but with that, he started healing, and he started, with the ability of him expressing what he went through, he started to heal. And that was what's important. It's the acknowledgement that we have to acknowledge these animals and what they've been through. To even have that thought process opens up that door even more. So I do encourage you to really spend time with your animal, spend time making your animal become more of your family in a way of, another tip that I give is that with these animals, they have certain ceremonies or certain gestures that they do because they are pack animals. Cats even have them as well. So as you introduce these animals in a different way to your home, which is a pack, what you can do is say, hey, I'm going to cook you this chicken meat, and this is just being cooked for you. So it's almost, you're doing like an initiation, saying, hey, I regard you and I respect you that much that I will actually cook you human food, and here, this is just for you because I see you at a different level. And you will be amazed at the different response of your animals. And this is not foo-foo. This is definitely not foo-foo. You can actually come on by and talk to me. I'm in booth F12, and we can go a little bit deeper into that. It is something that all these animals have so much to share with us. They have the amazing knowledge. I mean, we even talk about their health issues, and I work side by side with veterinarians. I work side by side with people at the shelter, and it's been proof that has gotten me into those positions of working and collaborating with those kinds of people. So this is not something that, and like I said, I have a science background. I wanted proof, and boy, did I get it. So I encourage you to come on down and see what we have to offer down at the booth F12, which is past the rescue place. And there I have also a little PDF document of more tips about what to do to be closer to your animal, because we all have this ability within ourselves, because there's those times that your dog is looking at you, you're looking at your dog, and you're thinking, oh wow, okay, he wants this or she wants that, and then the dog's kind of like, you can see the dog smiling, and it's like, oh my gosh, we're really getting each other. Everybody has this ability. It's a matter of believing in it and also being grounded, because when you're ungrounded, they sense that. So a lot of breath work, those kinds of things of just like, okay, I'm just here, I'm here with you, and things will shift. Things will definitely shift. So I wanted to thank you, and come on by. Like I said, I have that document. You can, I have a scan code, and you can get more information. Thank you so much. Thank you.